Good morning, everybody. Today I'll be spending the day exploring a little bit of historic Boston. I got my bike here, and first stop is the Boston Tea Party Ship and Museum. See you there.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Throw it overboard! Yes, look at them sinking like stones! Yeah!
Hey guys, I just got done with the Boston Tea Party Museum. I highly recommend it. It's a very good experience, very hands-on, and there's a lot of great history, very entertaining tour guides, and a lot of things to learn. Now I'm on my way to start the Freedom Trail, so Boston Common is where I'll be going next. So see you there. Alright, behind me is the Boston Commons. It is the oldest public park in the US, built in 1634, and the beginning of the Freedom Trail. So this right here is the Massachusetts State House, originally built in 1798, and actually John Hancock originally owned the land that this was built on. That gilded dome is very iconic. It wasn't always gilded. It was originally made out of wood. Then it was covered in copper to prevent water leakage. And then in 1874, it was gilded with 23 karat gold leaf. So very famous. Alright, so this place is called Granary Burying Ground. So named because it used to be the site of a granary. A lot of famous people are buried here. That monument in front of me is the resting place of Benjamin Franklin's parents. Other famous people include Paul Revere, John Hancock, the wealthiest man in Boston, Samuel Adams, all 5 Boston Massacre victims. Interesting place. This mosaic on the ground here is called City Carpet, and it denotes the very first public school in the United States, called Boston Latin School, 1635. This building right in front of me is called the Old South Meeting House. The second oldest church in Boston was built in 1729, and a lot of important meetings happened here, including the famous one in December of 1773 to protest the tax on tea. This right in front of me is the Old State House, to be contrasted with the Massachusetts State House, which is in use today. This is the site of the Boston Massacre in 1770. So that building right there is the Paul Revere House. It is the oldest private building downtown, and it was here that Paul Revere set out for his famous midnight ride. This is Old North Church, the oldest church in Boston. It is the site of where the 2 lanterns of Paul Revere were displayed in this steeple, kickstarting the American Revolution. This is Bunker Hill. The Battle of Bunker Hill was one of the bloodiest battles of the American Revolution. 1,400 men died here trying to either protect or take this hill, and the British bombarded it with their cannons overnight. They were stationed in the Charles River. And when dawn broke on June 17th, they charged this hill with everything that they had. And so this is where the whole cry, "Don't shoot until you see the whites of their eyes," really came into lore and really awakened the whole independence cause. The British eventually did take this hill, but it cost them nearly half their men. This ship is nicknamed Old Ironsides because in the War of 1812, British cannons actually bounced off of her impenetrable iron hull, hence the name. So that was an interesting fact that I learned today. Alright, so I just got done with the USS Constitution Museum where I signed my name on a sheet of copper that will be used during the USS Constitution's restoration. So that's pretty interesting. Well, it's been a long day. Had fun at the Boston Tea Party Ships and Museum. Did the Freedom Trail, and so that was a lot of fun. I'm at the end of it now. If you're ever in Boston, make sure you hit up those things. It's really entertaining, very informative, really good to see the history behind it. So now it's the end of my day. I'm gonna head home. Bye.